Hi guys, stepping in here. I'm on my Feral Druid, Ryzen. Recently moved to the Alliance. I was fancied a change, and obviously I wanted to be a Night Elf because Shadow Meld is outstanding. So here we go. We kick off, go into Cat Farm to not take damage, and I head over to Mage Tower. Now this will be Blood Elf Tower, so I've been calling it that recently, but okay. So go to Mage Tower. I spam my camera just to have a quick look at Fel Reaver because usually the Alliance actually runs straight to it, but it's just that Warlock on his own, so he's dead. So I'm checking the middle, we're fighting all there. We've got the no one's going to Blood Elf, and no hordes have come over here. So basically, it's going to be 2 cap each, and it looks like it's going to be the middle. So I decide to check out the middle and at least get the first flag cap to stay ahead. So basically, I fly in, see his Resto Shaman, fly in, Ravage, put on my combo points. I put a Rip on, but he's going to heal through that, so it's pretty pointless to be fair, but there's a lot of people here. So I go into Bear Farm, I charge his Pardon, stun him, and I decided, you know, this isn't happening. Plus, they started talking in the chat about DR was going, so I thought, right, we can't lose a base to try and fight over a flag. So I use dash to get over there. Here we go, Warlock. Could not get my Ravage off for some reason, but I got it off and he's dead. So Resto Shaman, Druid. The reason why I used Skull Basher was just, I just use it as another charge. You know, I don't use it as an interrupt too much, unless I know I need it. So I go into Bear Form, try to stun him, but whatever. Just obviously putting on your stuff. You know, I get a 12k mangle there. Whatever, 16k, followed by a 43k Ferocious Bite, so that's a lot of damage. Jesus. Ferals are pretty sweet. So his Feral starts on me, literally doing no damage to me. He's got more, I don't know. Anyway, I go to Bear Farm, and then I charge him, and then decide to go Cat Farm and go mental on him pretty much. He was getting destroyed by everyone anyway, but I got a 13k mangle on him. So here we go, Stampeding Raw, straight onto this priest, interrupt that, getting up my combo point, put a Rip on him. I fail here because I actually feel that I've got Feral Charge, but obviously I didn't, so that was annoying. And there we go, 5 combat. I was a bit gutted because he feared me, so I couldn't get that Ferocious Bite off. But anyway, so we were 3 bases up right now, so I decided to go to the middle and go Travel Farm. I hardly use my mount as a Druid, even though Travel Farm's actually pretty slow, but it's instant casts. Here we go. Decide to finally mount up and decide that nothing's happening around here. We decided to go here, but then all of a sudden they spawn, and they were like, okay. So I decide, not because I'm scared, but I decide the flag carrier's over here, as well as our base. So I decided to, didn't get the kill for that as far as I'm aware, but I get the flag, chasing me like mad. I kind of fail here, because I should have used Shadow Meld, but don't matter. I tried to use it there, but it didn't work for some reason. So anyway, going to Cat Farm. Travel Farm, and I finally realised that I'm low on health. This is one thing what I struggle with. I always forget that a Druid can heal himself because I play so many different classes, and I always forget that I can actually heal myself. So anyway, I go here, and at this point I'm actually going to leave it because we ain't got the middle. But I see a rogue coming, so I think actually I'm going to do it and intercept him. But for some reason he seems to go AFK. So I'm like, is he? Or anyway, Ravage, put your little combo points, put your bleeds up, so you put your mango, your rake, your Rip up, Again, I use Skull Charger just to literally charge him, Skull Bash, sorry, and then finish him off. That rogue tried to steal my kill, but so we've lost the. So I decide to join the fight. So we go DK and Paladin. We're straight onto a DK. Right, I get this heal literally to stop them getting it. I didn't need it, obviously, I had full health. So I run after this, because he's cycloned. But a lava burst. Judy. Okay. So I head back, and the DK just drops dead, so. Annoying, because I like to get in action. So I notice Mage Tower, so I call Mage Tower in the chat, and luckily people actually listen for once. It's one thing I found since I've joined the Alliance actually, is that people actually listen. Anyway, so cat farm, fly in, do a ravage on him for 16k, but didn't get the kill. So they're all fighting over Feral Reaver. And this shaman brings us the flag. So 18k shred, and then the shaman steals my flag. But that was weird. The shaman just brought us it, and now it's either a boss or just forgot where he was. Anyway, I leave Mage Tower right here. I probably shouldn't have done, but so I'm heading towards DR. Check it out. That guy seems to like that the Horde brought us the flag. So I respond, and I was actually going to respond properly, but I just couldn't be bothered. So I decided to head over to Blood Elf, because most likely, yeah, there. Here we go. I actually recorded this a few days ago, so I'm actually watching this like I did it for the first time, because I can't remember. Here we go. This healer, watch this. $39k ferocious bite, and there we go. I'll put fairy fire on him and then walk away. He can't do shit. So anyway, shadow meld, walk away. They're all after me. That is a brilliant ability. And I forgot my keybind there for dash, so that was epic fail. I've changed them around recently, so I come up here, and he's just dead, so we finally get Feral Reaver back. And there's a bit of a fail coming up here. There's 4 of us here. So I decide to leave and check out Mage Tower, because there's no one at Mage Tower. So I start to leave with the mage still there. So I'm walking away. I check my map like I do quite often, and I notice that the mages ran away. So I was thinking, what's going on here? We ain't got the base. So I'm heading back, as well as the mage. So the mage finally realises it. So I'm thinking there could be a rogue about, or a feral. So I decide to go stealth and little scout around, because if you bump into him, you see him still. So I'm going to investigate him. Loads of people come now, so I decide to go back to Mage Tower, which is my original plan, because there's literally no one there. So here I go, mount up. Loving the Alliance mounts, by the way, especially these Night Elf ones. So again, I probably should stay and defend this, because there's no one here, but I knew I was recording this, so I decided to get into some action. So basically, with such a high score compared to them, I decided it doesn't actually matter if we lost that base for a few minutes. So I go through the middle. It looks like for the next rest of the game, basically, we're just going to be fighting around here. So it's team deathmatch time. Feral, Ravage, and he dies. Shaman time. 23k shred followed by a 14k mangle. That shaman must have no gear because earlier on I did that immense damage on him as well. So here we go, there's a lot of people. I probably shouldn't have done this, but I charged him with bear form. And I realised, but anyway, I absolutely went mental on this hunter. But then he popped the turrets, I was gutted. So I decided to run. And again, Shadow Meld, watch this. Amazing, amazing ability. You basically got to vanish. And if you played a rogue, you've got a double vanish. And that Feral Druid got a 20k ferocious bite. And he died. I haven't really got very good gear, to be fair. I've only got 2 Ruthless, the rest is just season 10. Vicious. So anyway, I see this hunter and I think, oh, he's low. I'm going to get him. Even though it's dangerous being this far in. Anyway, he dies, wasn't by me. Then I see this one. So I'm like, okay. And I'm a bit gutted here. I should have put Rip. I should have put Rip. But I've put Ferocious Bite. And he survived. Actually, no, I did put Rip on. Somehow he survives. Somehow he survives. And then I accidentally pressed the wrong keybind. Came out of cat form. And it gutted me because I died. And look at the score, so I'm like, no, that's not a good way to end the video. Luckily though, the way Eye of the Storm continues, it seems to carry on after you get to 1600 anyway, so I was gagging to get back in here, so, and I do, I get back in. Forgot to put Marco Wild on, going to Feral, and I go hunting for a one final kill. Don't worry guys, I get it. I see this Warlock. I decided, actually, I'm going to use bear form as another charge to escape danger. That's all I used this for. But I stunned him and I thought, actually, let's go mental. So, next thing you know, he's dead. 26k crit from a shred. And then I hot myself up and it's over. So basically, 7-1, not too bad. 1600 to 507. Good game for the Alliance. And there we go. So until the next time, peace out.